Okay, let me just read comments real quick. Hello, everyone. I don't understand. StreamYard did something to where it's now streaming vertically and horizontally, and it posted the video twice. So I don't really know what that means. If anyone else does, please feel free to jump in. Puka Vista. Hey, mods. Love you guys. Hey, Diana H. Robin made it. Diana H., I hope that new cat's amazing. Hey, Castrol. Hey, Just Joan. Lisa Kelson, Jojo made it. We love Jojo. We are over here or over there. 2 streams going. I don't understand. It's not anything I did. It's StreamYard, guys. It's StreamYard. Meredith Lynn, somebody help me. Hey, Tiffinisms. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? No. Is this weird for you guys? Hey, Pat Jonas, Lacey Silver, Joanne Hawley, Buffy made it, just as I am. Hey, Liz Tricks, I have your necklace on. I'm wearing all this fake turquoise. It's hard for me having all this damn fake turquoise around my neck. Liz Tricks, I love this so much. Just so you guys know, this is the necklace she bought me. She bought this for me on Saturday. I thought she was buying it for herself. I was blown away, and I love her. Thank you again. Hey, Anna Banana, Scientology up north. Gonzalo, wow, welcome in. I love having new people. Angie Moe, Wisconsin Barb, Jen Pookie, thank you. Sometimes I like turquoise and white. Even though it's snowing out, it's like 14 below zero. Hey, Angel K, Big Z. Uh-oh, Big Z said extreme close-up. I don't know if I like that. Hey, Charcoal Ninja. Hey, Anita Card. Hey, Abigail. I don't know. Kestrel, I'm not sure. Hey, Jamie Palmer. Joanne Holly says she's normal. Hey, DS Kitty Diane. Renee B. Thank you, babe. 2 streams running today. StreamYard did it. Is it weird for you guys? Hey, Armine. Iwa. Jan. Where's Linda? Is Linda in here yet? Hey, Panda. Hey, Patty. Why are we on vertical? It's not. There's 2 different ones. This is going to suck my life. So StreamYard, when I went to set this up, hey, Nancy Jane, when I went to set this up, it said, from now on, we're doing both. And it's all good for me now, says Baby Steps. We can't see everybody that's in. You're all up in my grill. Great. That sucks. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do. Are there any other streamers? Is there anybody else that can help me? Your other one is vertical. Yeah. Okay. Well, Big Z, switch over to the horizontal. It's close up on the horizontal stream, not the vertical stream. Well, that's not going to work for bad hair days and makeup days. And today is not great. Deborah Ricci. Hey, babe. Hey, Jeanette Brown. There's 2 going, but you can switch to the other. Do you want me to try and get rid of it? Third eye open? Probably. Let me, hold on. Let me go over to my channel. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm not looking. I can't, Julie, because it doesn't tell me which one is, it doesn't tell me, okay, live viewers 84 on this one, live viewers 22 on this one. So I'm guessing the horizontal is the shorter, but I can't tell which one is horizontal. So I could probably delete one of them, but what if I delete the horizontal one? Normal on the horizontal stream for me. It's not vertical in the stream. Are you not close up? You are normal. Okay. Looks normal to me. 84 is normal. Okay. Deborah Ricci says the 84 watching is normal. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm scared. I'm scared to delete a stream while it's live. Should I do it, Julie? Should I just do it? Should I just pull the plug on it? Because I can. Regular stream has 88. Hey, Critters Creations. Okay, I could. Julie, please give me the word. I need one of my mods to tell me what to do. Just do it. All right. See what happens. Here we go. This one, let me refresh the page. What a stupid situation. All right, I'm going to delete it. Here we go. Delete forever. Permanently delete this video. What if we all leave? If we all leave, I'll be back in 5. Hop back on with me if we all leave. Here we go. Yes. Oh my God. Are we still here? Holy crap. It looks like we're all still here. Let me check my pulse. That really made me scared. I was like, I felt like I was killing something, like actually pulling the plug. Are we still here? Is there still a heartbeat? Oh my God. We're still here. Everybody's still here? That was a panic. That was a tiny panic attack for me. That was a small panic attack. I think I'm okay. I think I'm going to be all right. Maybe take a sip. I wish I had like a piece of chocolate or something just to calm me down. When I get stressed out, I like to eat chocolate or a gummy bear. All right. We did it. Bobo! We made it, Bobo. Oh, and he's so friendly. And he knows all of your private personal stories. And then you can also, well, you can do this when you feel stressed out. And then you kiss him. You can give him kisses. He smiles. And he's a great guy. He's a good person. He's a really good person. TikTok, TikTok, my Lord. Hey, Margie Barr, welcome in. Jojo, we're alive. Whew, that was weird. That really made my heart kind of skip a beat. Honestly, like I feel hungry. All right, so let's get back to it. And we don't know what it is. Hey, Gemini girl. Good Lord. Really sent me over the edge. Yeah, we do see Lila, and she's over here feeling jealous. Hey, jealousy. So it's about 3 degrees here, and somebody really hates that. Somebody was snug as a bug in a rug all day while we were on our Zoom call. Somebody really hates the chilly cold. Somebody says, I want to move to the beach. I don't blame you, Lila. We're going to try to figure that out. We're really working toward that goal. I'm doing it for you. I don't even want to move to the beach as much as you do, but you said you wanted to do it, and the Lord said there shall be a beach for Lila then in her future. Hey, HC from LBC. Yeah, Patty, from now on, I know what to do. I know what to do. Pretty tawny. I don't know if you knew. Did you know that you were this tawny? Did you have any idea you were going to be this small? Did you, let me put it this way. Let me rephrase the question. Did you know that you were never going to grow? Like, did you assume that you were going to grow up and you just never did? Do you ever put any thought into it at all? Really dainty, Buffy. Incredibly dainty. Yeah, I hate the cold. And as I get old, now that I'm in my mid to late 40s, it's not for me. I made spaghetti yesterday and I said, I'm not going to leave the house today, but my mom was starving and apparently didn't have any food. Hey, Heather, Kansas. So I got in my car and I drove up there and I took her the spaghetti. And she lives on a hill. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Hey, dark roast. I just said, this isn't, my heart's not in it. I don't feel it anymore. I know that we are from Nebraska. That doesn't mean that we have to go back to our past. We're in the right here and the right now. So while we may have been raised on this, we are no longer a part of it. Okay. What is the actual temperature? Right now, it's 33 degrees and it feels like 20, it says. 33 feels like 20. Face it, Reese, you're basically 50. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, Angie Mo. And as I get old and have arthritis, especially you, Gidget, especially Gidget. Hey, Sophia, get better layers. Did my mom start PT? Oh, God, yes. She's been in physical therapy. Hey, Jane Aldrich, thanks for your email. Thank you, Susan Cook. Hey, Starlina. Baby steps. Did I say hi to you? I feel like I did. I might have in my head, but not out loud. Yeah. So I just can't do this anymore. It's not in my soul. It's not well within my soul. I do not like the freezing cold weather. I'm not ready for it. It's November 10th. I feel like we're going to have a really cold winter here. I say that because I gauge it. Huxley's birthday is a week from today. Hey, Monica. Huxley's birthday. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Timark. Huxley's birthday is a week from today. So I always gauge it like some Novembers, it's not bad at all. Some Novembers, it's not bad at all at this time of year. This when it's this cold already, I know it's going to be awful. Hey Tracy, welcome in, girl. Good for you, Patty. Uh, yeah, it's awful, Puka Vista. I'm not feeling it anymore. I don't like it anymore. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to be away from it. And I'll tell you something. Do you mind if I just set you in your little basket down here? You don't mind, do you? Well, she says, actually, I do because I'm trying to stay warm. Um, hey, Jeanette Brown, happy early birthday, babe. I gotta say, as I was driving to mom's to deliver the spaghetti, I realized something too. I actually do have a topic today, but this kind of pertains to something. I don't know. Monica, it's a lot. Her name is Gertrude, but we like to call, hey, Chica Cherry Cola. We like to call her other things such as Peregrine, Perny, Linda, Lila, Milan, like Sally Field's character in Steel Magnolias. What other characters do you like to be called, Milan? Really tiny. She was also born next to Christ, and I think that's important to know. Hey, Sierra Terry. Be happy you don't live up here where we are predicted to get cold and 50 to 75 inches of snow this year. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. It's not for me. My heart is not there, and I can't do it. Hey, my lawyer friend Denise. Looking lovely in all your turquoise, freezing cold in North Florida, and we have the fireplace roaring. Okay, Denise, thank you for the first part of your comment. The second part of your comment, we're all going to have a hard time feeling bad for you. Florida, I'm pretty sure is, what is it? What's the lowest it gets there? 65? Denise, I'm having a hard time for you right now next to your fire. This is my fireplace, and that's depressing, okay? Feel sorry for me. Jen Pookie. So, guys, I was thinking this too. Hey, Wanda, as I was driving to deliver the spaghetti to mom, I thought this really does what? 20s? Florida gets down into the 20s? That can't be right. We wouldn't have any alligators. They'd be extinct. How could that happen? No way. How? That can't be true. Does it feel like a lie to you? I can't trust that. Bigsy, that's awful. How do the insect? Wait, not insects. How do the tortoises? North Florida. Okay, well, I don't know anything about geography. We'll have to get back to that. That's fascinating, and I feel like I need to fact check it. Even though I believe you, that's unbelievable. Yeah. Anna Banana says it can get that cold in Florida. I had no idea. I figured that would kill all of the alligators. She never lies to me. I know this. Falling iguanas in Florida. Wow, that's really sad. So, hey, Gene, Michaels, welcome in. Hey, Lumen. So I was driving to mom's and I was truly frozen, right? And wow. And hey, Wendy R. This really has an effect on I hate grouchy mama bear. This really does have an effect on our mood. I really do feel the depression. I was looking at the dark sky, the snowflakes, and well, I get it. Like it can be, it's all in your attitude as well, right? It truly is. And I believe that. Like you can make it sad or you can try to make the best of it. I get that it's my shoddy attitude. This is the topic actually I have tonight. We're going to go into that. But for me, I'm depressed. It makes me depressed, makes me sad. I don't like this kind of weather. I feel it in my bones. I'm really, really cold. You can't you have to heat up your car. It's not for me. And I need to get away from it for a little while. It's kind of hey, Catherine B. It's kind of a self-care thing. For now, I'm going to get away from it. I've just made that decision. I've made my goal to move and I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow through with my goal. Now, let's talk about, we're only 14 minutes in. Wow, I didn't know that, Denise. I'm not so depressed. I'm just done with winter. Yeah, and it's just starting. Hey, Shelly Kelly, it's just starting. Jamie Palmer. She's sleeping. I do have a topic. I have something that I want to ask about. Heated car seats. Yeah, my car has heated seats. My car has a heated steering wheel option, which is nice, but it's just a tiny bit of warmth. Jeff's old car had it, and it was way warmer. No, she's not real, Buffy. Uh, so here's the thing. I do have a topic. I want to ask something. This is kind of an open discussion tonight. I want to get, I don't know when it's not, but I want to get some feedback. Being mindful of that. I don't normally ask for, I don't need what I'm trying to say. Hey, reflections. Lately, I'm very mindful and I don't want to feel a need to get your opinion. And I mean you, meaning a friend, meaning anything, right? My boyfriend, any of that. Hey, Don Pariso, when is it a closed discussion? Rachel, great point. Uh, I want to talk about something. I want to discuss something that hadn't occurred to me until last night. What's that? What'd you say? You're too little. We should probably think about maybe getting you a sweater. Well, I know that you don't want to. You also told everybody you weren't ever going to take a bath. So we're just venting? No, no, we're not venting. We can. I don't have a problem. You want to vent? Go ahead, Jamie. But um, I actually have a very specific thing I want to bring up and kind of get your opinions on. It's not really just venting. Thank you, Wendy R. I love turquoise and white. I realize this is a summery look, but I don't have a lot of options. I'm having to wear these damn tank tops every day, even though it's freezing because I have ointment on this and I don't want to put a shirt over it. Buffy, she's taken a bath before, but she only does it once or twice a year, and that's it. Her calendar fills up, and she tells me that she doesn't have that kind of time. And then she says, you can brush me, but that's about as far as it's going to get. And you can only do that like twice a month. So she's very rigid with her schedule. I have a question. So we've been talking about changes, right? And we've been well, thanks, Jamie. I have more noticed you guys saying to me on the regular, which I need this validation. I'll admit that, and I appreciate it. I don't need it, but I enjoy it, and it reaffirms what I'm doing. I guess I'll put it that way. I don't feel like I need it, but I appreciate it very much. Yeah. Oh, tomorrow's your birthday. As I say, I know tomorrow's Veterans Day. I always think of Fred. Happy birthday also to Rhonda McNeil tomorrow. I didn't know it was your birthday. Um, yeah, Denise, I just added to the Fred tattoo. I just wanted to add to it some color. Happy birthday, Rhonda McNeil. And yes, tomorrow is Veterans Day. I'm very grateful for Veterans Day. I always have been. Love Veterans Day. Love it. Love it. So you guys have been saying to me on the regular for quite some time. I don't know, the last 6 to 8 months. You've been saying how often you've noticed this, right? Riley's Human was in here yesterday talking about Amy Edge and how we felt about her new guy that she was talking about. My point is, a lot of you have said, hey, Reese, I noticed this about you that's different. Hey, Reese, good job on this. Or we all have made progress on this, or whatever it is. Are you following what I'm saying? I want to make sure that everybody's following on what I'm saying. Hey, I've got words. It's colorful and lovely, just like our Reese. Denise, I love you, babe. And I appreciate that validation. I really do. And just sometimes it's nice to notice something about a person, whether it's, you look healthier, you look like you're glowing, you look like you're happy in your new job, just any kind of little tidbits. People are so probably more used to criticism. Hey, ghostwriter, people are used to getting a bad review. They're used to complaining. I feel like that's something that we do a lot. We complain and we bitch about stuff, but it's so nice. I really, really have always been this way before YouTube, but I really have always tried to say, I love those glasses, or great lip color. That blush looks great on you, or what a pretty necklace. Like I really try to notice things, and I'm not lying. I try to find something for people, especially in the work and the service industry, things like that, so that it focuses their attention on something positive. Again, I like people to feel seen and heard and validated around me. So there's that, right? There's that aspect. And it's important to me that people feel uplifted if I can. I went to the doctor today and congestive heart failure. What? I'm pretty scared I have possible kidney failure. I'm a mess. I really don't feel well. I need your prayers, guys. This is definitely not good. Oh, wow. Dawn, okay. Everybody's saying prayers, healing thoughts, and well wishes. Here's the thing. I want you to just kind of take deep breaths. Congestive heart failure, I've known a lot of people with, and I am not an expert on this. It's my point of view. You can live with for a very long time, a very long time. You can manage that. I hope that that's the case. Kidney failure, I don't know as much about. So I'm definitely going to be thinking about you. I'll be focusing my intention on you and praying for you. And Dawn, I'm really sorry. And I'm sure that just mentally you're melting down, and that makes it really hard too. Try not to do that. It's easier said than done from this point, this vantage point, but just worry and things like that do us no good. Try not to do that until we get the facts. Hey, Marcy Schwartz, right? Until we know the ins and outs of what we're dealing with. We love you, Dawn. I love you on this channel, and I totally get it. It's easy for me to say it, right? If I was going through that diagnosis, I'm sure I would be saying exactly what you're saying. So we love you. We send you love and prayers. Okay. Hey, honey Lou. Yeah, I've got words. I'm glad you're in here, Dawn. Really, Bo? Okay. WA, welcome in. So I think you guys said yes to what you understand what I'm saying as far as validation is not, it can get unhealthy if you need it, if you rely on it, if you're trying to get it. Everything I say, you need to validate yourself. I've been saying that. Try to reach internally for things. I try to validate myself internally, but there's nothing wrong with, okay, Dawn, thank you for letting us know. There's nothing wrong with, appreciating it is all I'm getting at. Okay, great. So let's move forward. I got over that. There's something that I haven't considered changing. I haven't put a lot of thought into. Me too. I just have to stop and say that. Time mark. I love this chat. Look at how comfortable people are to share such personal news. They do it all the time. And I'm very grateful for that people, hey, Joy Forbes, feel safe enough to come in and do that. I really, really am thankful for that. Castro, you'll need to find a dog groomer in Ecuador. I already have one. I have several friends with dogs who see their dog groomers there. I already have a vet there too. The show we did last night kicked off some thoughts for me. Okay. Kicked off some just things that I was going down a rabbit hole of throughout the night. And I thought I'd never really considered that. I hadn't put a lot. Now I'm lying if I say I haven't considered it at all, but I spoke with a friend this morning about it, and she was really helpful. I have, coming from Scientology, I really try to separate these two things now because I don't want to lean on, I was a Scientologist, therefore I am this way. We just do that in Scientology. It's all I knew in Scientology. I came from Scientology. Well, I was born into Scientology. F that. We're over that. We're kind of separating from that. And I need to be held accountable for the things I do, even if it is something I learned from Scientology and I'm currently trying to unlearn. There are some things I have unlearned and I'm much better at. There are others that have kind of stuck with me. And again, I also try not to be hard on myself and think about the fact that cult experts say that Scientology, I'm pretty sure, don't hold me to this, but I've heard Scientology is like the hardest one to deprogram from as far as cults go. And for every year you're in, it takes 3 years to unlearn and deprogram. So I try to take that into consideration before I get too angry with myself. Okay. Hey, Tampa A. You guys are the only group that I'm in that I feel comfortable with. Dawn, that says a ton. That is a huge compliment to all of us, to every single one of us here. Thank you for saying that. That is everything to me, that this space is that for so many people. So I also don't want to rely on the fact that, yeah, Lumen says it's the hardest. I don't want to also, though, Lumen, lean into the fact that I'm like, well, it's almost like a pass, right? Like it's a cop out. It's like, well, I came, that's how it was in Scientology and I'm trying, but yeah, it's true. But I want to increase I want to increase my awareness. I want to be a better person. It's the hardest to detach from race, Jojo, no doubt. And I was in it for 38 years. So I really try not to be hard on myself. Hey, Crafty Carrie. But I thought of this last night. When we were doing last night's show, if you recall, somebody came in that I thought was a pastor in Ecuador. And I don't think it was him, but I don't know. You are so much kinder to yourself than you were when you first left Scientology. It's been a transformational and inspiring journey. That is so nice, Rhonda McNeil, my birthday girl. Thank you. Hey, babe, going through heartbreak. What? You broke up with that guy? Georgia, you looked so happy. I'm sorry. Obviously, you did it for the reasons that I'm proud of you for doing that. Like, obviously, you saw something kind of like Amy Edge. I love this self care, boundaries. Good for you. But I'm sad for you. I really thought you guys were like, I saw your pictures and I was really proud of you. I'm sorry, but thank you for sharing it with us. And I'm sorry. There's a difference between acknowledging that it's hard and giving yourself grace versus using it as an excuse. And you give grace, not excuses. I love that about you. That is a nice thing to say, Rachel. Thank you for saying that. Tracy says, taking ownership of your behavior when you slip into old behaviors is everything. It's proof of growth. Tracy, just like Rachel's comment, that is really a nice thing. And it's helpful for all of us. That's a nice reminder. I do not want to ever come off like, well, it's not my fault. Like, I'm a victim. I can't. Robin, happy birthday tomorrow. Again, Robin and Rhonda McNeil. Your self-reflection and awareness is what inspires us. Yeah, me too, Pat Jonas. Thank you, Tampa A. And by the way, no one take offense by what I just said about the victim thing. Like, I understand there are victims out there. I do not, it makes me feel uncomfortable to blame my behavior, right? There's a victim. And then to me, there's a difference of someone who's like, well, I treat people this way because of how I was raised. Like, I can't, right? That's no, like, we can't bleed on people who didn't hurt us. And it's not right. It's not a pass. And so that's my point. I will say out loud, I was a victim of things as a child in Scientology, but that doesn't make it okay to behave a certain way these days. Like, you got to clean up that behavior. You just do. I don't give anybody a pass for, well, because you went through that, it's okay to treat people poorly. No. And I understand that you may treat yourself poorly, or you might do some really destructive behavior because of something that happened to you. And I think to a degree, a lot of us do things like that, right? It could be mild, it could be heavy. And that's something you have to figure out and work through. I'm just saying, for me, I never want to come across, here's what I'm trying to communicate. I never want to come across like, it's not my fault. Oops. Like, I'm a victim of that. So, like, I just don't. That's not okay enough for me to live a certain way. I always want to do better. Georgia, he always pushed boundaries with me and pushing sex and kissing, but I wasn't ready and he kept pushing. Just a side note, we're going to stop with what I was saying. That is never okay. I've been in situations like that. That's happened to me with many, 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 many men. I am proud of you. You stood by your boundaries. Don't give this person a second chance. That is not okay. That is never okay. Consent is everything in relationships. And when it comes to physical behavior with anything. Hey, Kat, when I see you guys in person, I say, oh my God, I really want to hug you. Is that okay? I'm just talking physically. Consent is everything. Some people don't want to be touched. Some people don't want to be hugged. That is huge. And I am proud of you. And it's just, I'm taking this moment to say to all women, all men, it's never okay with what just happened here. And Georgia stood up for herself and said, absolutely not. Consent is literally the bare minimum. Yeah. You did good, Georgia, says baby steps. We're proud of you. Thank you for coming in and telling us that. That took a lot of guts to say it. Please know your worth. Nobody should be in a relationship like that. He or she should always, always respect your boundaries and what you're comfortable with. And Wendy says, don't feel like it's your fault either. It is not. It is absolutely on him. None of that's on you. And good for you for pumping the brakes and not doing so you're not something you're not comfortable with. You know, a lot of people I feel like would just do it anyway or just have sex or whatever because they feel pressured into it. Never should you do something like that. Good for you, Georgia. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to be your friend. If anything, Reese, you take too much of the blame. You've done an awesome job these last few years. Denise, thank you. And again, this isn't the point. So I appreciate you saying that. I just don't ever want to come across like, well, I blame it on my Scientology. And what I'm about to say to you is a topic that I would blame on Scientology. That's why I'm kind of building into this. I never considered, and this is all new, right? Like me believing in God and my new thoughts on God and my relationship with God, has changed a lot for me. Okay. If I felt bad, I thought I should do it, but I never felt comfortable. Yeah. You just come on into one of these chats, girl, any day, anytime. You come in and your entire family in here will support you. You did the right thing and you should never feel bad about something you're uncomfortable with. And I don't care if it's sex or anything. What did I save today? It kind of pertains to that, I feel. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Tiny print, but we're going to read this. Georgia Burke, this is for you. This is for everybody. I love the sudden realization that I don't have to put up with a single thing I don't like. Georgia Burke, read it again. I love the sudden realization that I don't have to put up with a single thing I don't like. You're never in trouble and you don't have to put up with anything you don't like. And you guess what's more beautiful than that? You don't have to justify it. You don't have to feel bad about it. Remember the other day when I said, I'm doing what's best for me? F off. I don't need to tell you why. I don't need to explain myself. I don't need to explain that I got this tattoo and oh my God, you shouldn't be paying for that and your finances are a mess, girl. I'm doing what's best for me. I don't have to explain myself. And Georgia Burke, that is exactly where we're at. That is your body and you occupy it. Do not feel bad because some person wants to violate your boundaries and go past them. That is a screaming red flag in a man or a woman. And women do it too. Don't ever let somebody do that to you. And you just come here. You just come here and we'll discuss that. It's a great topic. And I will stop a show any day, anytime to talk about that topic. It's a very important topic because I cannot tell you how many people I talk to behind the scenes that have that very issue, Georgia Burke. It's a common issue. He or she crossed my boundaries physically. Consent, consent, consent. I have been hammering that into my teenager's head since he was 12 in hey, Brock Mandy, in an acceptable child way, right? Like, what am I trying to say? Age appropriate. But consent is everything. And you will never do well in life if you cross physical boundaries with people. It's abuse. It's gross. And you did the right thing, Georgia Burke. Don't ever feel otherwise. You did the right thing. And I'm not one to say, like, you did the right thing. Typically, I feel like I would be like, well, if you did what you thought was right, good for you. Nope, this is clear cut shit here. This is black and white. No one's going to be like, well, I don't know if you feel like you did the right thing. Nope. He's a low quality human being. That is a low quality human being that's going to try to force you to do something physically you don't want to do. Never okay. And again, I've had so many conversations with Huxley about this because it's really, really important. This kind of stuff is your entire life. It's your character. It's your future. It's everything. How you treat people is everything, right? Hey, Donna Cooper. Yeah, Kat. No man worth your time will ever do that to you, says Wendy R. That's so true. And I'd rather be alone. I would rather be alone. And Georgia Burke, I would rather you be alone than have somebody walk over your physical boundaries like that. Never okay, girl. Never okay. Take being lonely over that, because that's a creeper, and it's low quality, and it's bad character. It's bad. It's dark. Actually, it's to me it's borderline satanic, like dark, to be forceful of another human being, man or woman, physically, sexually, anything like that is super dark, right? I'm glad. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry I'm really hitting home on this, but it's upsetting, and I'm glad you did the right thing, and we love you, and I feel very protective of you. So I'm just thankful you did the right thing. Thank you. Come here anytime. Okay. I need to get back to what I was saying about this, because I really do want to get this out. I need to get this out. I need to talk about it. I need to process it, and I need to get some feedback from you. Well, so back to the moment I was saying right after I said to Denise, she said, I like that you don't do that, Reese. You don't blame your behavior on Scientology. But in this moment right here is kind of where I do blame this on Scientology. And I've never considered it much. Cursing. Cursing is wait, hold on. What's this now? I love Stella. Off topic, Reese, but I heard something today I wanted to share. You'll never meet a hater doing better than you. I have seen it. I saw it last week. It is so amazing. I got to stop the show again for a minute. That is so good. Every time one of those people makes a video about me, I laugh now. Like, I cheer it on. It's, hey, Vicky, I laugh because I know this to be true. Nobody who tries to drag you down and makes fun of you and laughs at you will ever be doing better than you. Haters are truly losers. I don't mean like you're a loser. I mean, they're losing in life. They're not winning. They're the opposite of winning. People who have to make videos about you in order to get content, to try to get clout, they're always going to be doing worse. Always. That's a fact, guys. Remember that. And if you just remember that, it's hilarious. To me, it's just a funny concept. Like, someone made a video about you. That means they're losers. Like, that's truly like what that equates to in my mind. Stella, thank you for that. Hey, Heather. Hey, Amy Edge. Hey, old Charlie. It's a joke to me. I think it's funny. Like, question, in what book of LRH did he write those questions about your sex life? One person I know. Don't believe it. In what book of LRH did he write those questions about your sex life? I guess I'm confused. He talks about sex in a lot of books. There's tons of books. The Second Dynamic book, Dianetics, Science of Survival, History of Man. There's a lot of sex that LRH talks about, but it's not just books, it's auditing lists. So there you go. Yeah, auditing questions, says Margie Barr. So it's a list. And that's not necessarily out of a book. LRH wrote lists for different auditing actions. And it's more, my experience with the sex stuff is always in a list, like a sec check list. Hey, Mindy Doolin. So I feel like I have a cat hair on me. He talks about sex in a lot of books. But he also formulated a ton of auditing lists for specific, like the grades for NED, which is New Era Dianetics, different rundowns, stuff like that. There's also like different hinting towards sex things, like certain TRs, like bull bait, right? Has a lot of sex. The TRs I used to do when I was little and grew up as an adult, where the auditor would say, touch that bookcase. Good. Touch your left nipple. Good. I mean, so there's that too. So I guess what I'm saying is sex is integrated a lot in Scientology. It's everywhere. I wouldn't say that's the focus of Scientology. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's the focus of Scientology, but for whatever reason, LRH was kind of fixated on like giving up your crimes and sexual thoughts and past life sex stuff and coitus during pregnancy and all that stuff was like a big thing for him. And it's creepy. I don't know why. Okay, going back to what I was saying. Thank you for staying with me. Please hit subscribe while you're in here. Cursing came across my thoughts last night because that integrated into the topic of last night's show. Hey, Mary Barons. And I just started thinking about it, right? And if you remember, if you were here last night, I thought one of the people from Ecuador came in and I almost apologized. And I almost said, hey, I want to say I'm sorry for cursing so much. And then I stopped myself and I said, you know what? This is just kind of who I am. And I don't want to be someone I'm not. I don't want to change and morph and fit into something I'm not. I've been doing that I did that for 40 years because I was married to Jeff, right? I've been doing that my whole life, trying to fit into what you think I should be or what the rules are or what the ex-husband who would say like, you will obey me or you will be punished. Like I've always been having to kind of like toe that line and I've always been in trouble. Hey, Caroline in Canada. Yeah, Robin W. She says, so glad you didn't apologize. But here's the thing. And I'm glad I didn't too. I'm not taking away from that. But it did kick off into my thoughts about Scientologists cuss a lot. They're very verbally abusive, and some of them are physically abusive. And I had a conversation with a friend about this, and she said that probably ties in with lack of education. That can happen, like people cuss more, and it's not a fact, I don't think. It's not like an automatic, but people who are educated less may cuss more. Don't curse in church, but feel free to curse on stream. Well, Kestrel, so here's the thing. Hey, Miss Sassafras. Actually, Kestrel, I have a question for you then. Hey, Eric. Don't curse in church, but feel free to curse on stream. Why do you say that? Why is that okay? Are we all in or are we just halfway in? Why is that okay? Is God only in church? God doesn't watch YouTube? Is that what you're saying? And I'm not being an asshole to you, by the way. This is exactly where my mind went. I'm glad you said this. It's almost like you read my mind. So it's okay to do it here, but not here. Think about that for a minute. So as long as you don't curse in church, in God's house, like don't beat your wife out in public. Like just if you do it behind closed doors, you can get away with it. Hey Natalie, that's my point. God is everywhere, but I don't recall it being in the Bible. I don't know because I haven't read the Bible. Because it's a sin, I would never swear in church. So is it not a sin outside of church? I'm asking. I want to know the answer to this. I'm not big on cursing anywhere. I mean, sometimes I do, but not often. I like that, Shelly Kelly. Just respectful to others, I think. So it's a respect thing. What is a respect thing? I used to curse a lot. I keep it to a minimum now. Okay, so my friend says to me, she goes, I just watched Tony Robbins all weekend or whatever, something. And she goes, I watched 4 hours of Tony Robbins. He never once cursed. Because it's almost a sign of strength, I think, for people to get their point across without having to throw F-bombs. Now, I don't necessarily, I think that could be true for Tony Robbins, and I think that's great. That doesn't mean I have to be Tony Robbins, right? Like, I don't want to be like, well, I should be like that. I do think, though, I get grossed out by over cursing. It's trash. It's trashy. And so I came out of the gate cursing a lot coming out of Scientology, I thought. The entire world is God's house. If you know it's wrong, it's a sin. Yeah. I don't curse. I find it disrespectful and crude. I wouldn't cuss in church because I would want to make away from other spirits. You have to be able to read the room. I agree with that. And I'm pretty good at reading a room. I'm confused. What kicked off this line of thinking? What are you trying to say? Time arc. So keep staying with me. If you were here last night, I was cussing. And then I thought a friend of mine came in that was a pastor. And I started to apologize. And I went, I normally don't cuss. And I'm like thinking in my mind, I was like, I don't normally cuss this much. I'm kind of embarrassed this person came in on this stream. And then I thought, no, I'm not going to apologize for being, this is my living room. This is my home. I'm not going to cuss in your home. I've been on Andrew Gold. I've been on Sean Atwood's channel. I don't cuss on other people's living rooms. I read the room. I respect other people's space. This is my space. Now, time arc. That's your answer. Hey, Heather Carr. But also, is it something I should cut back on? Is what I've been thinking about. They are just words. I personally don't mind cussing. I feel like it's a read the room situation. I'm not going to go to Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks with my sister and her two little children that are 2 and 4 and throw around the F word. I would never, ever do that. Right. Just like we wouldn't talk about sex, just like all the other things. I read the room. Hey, Lori Lee. Hey, Galen. It's your choice. It's a choice. Yeah, Wendy R. But I guess my question is, there is a time and a place, Stella. There's a time and a place for every conversation. Like, I love talking about sex. There's a time and a place to do it, right? And then you can also overdo it, right? Like, I've done that before too. I guess what I'm trying to see is right from wrong here. And that's not really something I have thought about it because I don't think I cuss nearly as much as I used to. But when I do it a lot. And so you decide what kind of religious person you want to be. I agree with this very much. I believe that God knows your heart and what you say. I totally agree with that. And I also think don't be somebody you're not. Don't pretend, don't like be trying to, don't shrink to fit into other people's spaces too. But I don't want to be throwing around F bombs all day long. Baby steps. I think it all goes with your growth and wanting to improve. The Bible speaks on using God's name in vain. Yeah, I knew this, and I have really, really stopped that. I don't say like Jesus Christ in that way anymore. I don't say like God. I don't say any of that anymore. I just don't feel good about it, and it feels really trashy when it comes out of my mouth. So I've stopped doing that. Thank you, baby steps. I have a question for you. Is it in the Bible to not curse? Here's a question on that. What feeling did you feel when you thought it was Ecuador? Gary Time Mark says. Well, I immediately felt that I'm in trouble feeling. It wasn't anything on him. It was me. It was my own triggers. My triggers are my triggers, right? I felt like, uh-oh. I felt that Scientology feeling of like, I just broke the rules. And then I immediately, if you notice, I did it live. I went, I'm not going to apologize, actually. I'm mindful of what comes out of my mouth. I'm aware that I'm cussing. And if you recall, yesterday I was telling that woman, Constance, what an awful like human. It's just I can't get over how awful that whole comment was because she dragged my kid into it. But I was telling her to fuck off into the forever. Not really my style anymore. I don't love doing that. I don't regret doing it yesterday either, though. I made an example of her and it got to me enough that I wanted to discuss it here. I do that every single day. I discuss whatever I want to discuss here. I was mindful of what I was saying. But knowing that a pastor friend came in, I was like, oh. But then I realized, shook that off. And I was like, I'd rather be myself than shrink to be somebody else and then pretend to be somebody else. I'm around them. And then it gets weird. And I have to be like, a fake ass person. I don't like that. So I'd rather just be open and cuss if I cuss, but I don't like the overuse of it. The intent of the word needs to be considered. You can use any word as a curse by your intent. Okay. Hey, Lady O. Today's swear words were not around when the Bible was written. See Abigail's scripture. Where is it? Thank you for your super chat. Here we go. Don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them. New Testament. So, how do you guys interpret that? Thank you, Abigail. How do you interpret this? Everybody interprets things differently. How do you interpret that? Obscene stories, foolish talk, and coarse jokes. These are not for you. Instead, let there be thankfulness to God. Okay. That's lovely as well. Wow. Abigail's full of these. Okay. Or no, Rachel Sandy. Okay. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying. I don't know what that word means. It may minister grace unto the hearers. Okay. That's a little over my head. I don't understand that, but I also have a misunderstood word in that. Um, Sorry, I'm now trying to read your interpretations. I interpret that it's meaning don't be shitty. Yeah, Chris Crafts and Coffee. As we grow in our faith, don't want to be, and we want to become more like Jesus. We don't want to say anything bad. Oh, thank you, Laura Lou. Okay. So I agree with Heather Carr here. And I also think it's subjective. Like, I would never come on here and say, don't do that or you shouldn't do that because people do it to me all day long. And I really don't like to do that to people because I don't like it being done to me. But as we grow in our faith, we want to become more like Jesus and we won't want to say anything bad. I just think, yes, if you want to become more like Jesus, yes. But also, I think just becoming a more evolved individual. And I think becoming less offensive to those around you doesn't hurt, right? Like taming it down. There's a difference between cussing and using degraded language. You can curse without degrading people. I agree with this. Here's Rachel's, but in your version. Don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful so that your words can be an encouragement to those who hear them. Thank you for that. Swear words aren't magic words. There's far more offensive things that can be said with words appropriate for church. It's about delivery and intent. I'm curious about this. I find this an interesting topic. And I'm not thinking biblically. I'm thinking Scientology. I heard curse words around the clock for as long as I can remember. I read it that it's using God's name in vain and using words to hurt people. I like that, Stella. I do like that a lot, actually. I can see and agree with that. I want to live and speak in a way that I don't need to censor myself, that anyone can hear what I'm saying and feel comfortable around me. I like this a lot. Just stay natural, Reese. Be you. Don't overthink it. I'm all about that. And that's why last night, Jojo, I went to apologize. I don't know if you were here last night, Jojo, but I went to apologize and I stopped myself. And I was like, hey, babe, welcome in. I was like, I'm not going to apologize because I don't want to shift into somebody else. But at the same time, this is an interesting topic and it's not really something that I had thought of because coming from Scientology, it's I don't want to blame Scientology, but Scientologists cuss a lot, they smoke a lot, they're very abusive. And it's an interesting topic, Jojo. That's all. It's just a topic that I want to consider more. I look at it, I'm a representative of Christ. Cursing isn't what Christ would use, so I don't do it very often. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's how I feel, baby steps. I think there are ways to communicate with. I'm not against the idea of cussing, and thank you for your super chat. I think that there are other ways to get our point across. I can ask my son what his theological professor said. Okay, Thank you, Shelly Kelly. Um, and thank you for your super chat. I think it's something you have to pray on. Do what feels best in your heart. God will guide us in our feelings. It's up to us to learn how to listen to God's love and guidance. Also, there's abusive language without curse words, passive aggressiveness, etc. Yes, Vicky Andrews. Absolutely, there is. You can still be super mean and hurtful and probably um, go against what the Bible says without cursing. You can use horrible words and they don't have to be curse words. We all know that. We've all felt that, right? Gotta go. So, closing. So, Christ has truly set us free. But don't use your freedom to satisfy your sinful nature. Instead, use your freedom to serve one another in love. New Testament. That's beautiful, Abigail. Thank you for that. And have a good evening, babe. Thank you for that. Um, I think God has put this on your heart. Continue to let him lead. That's a lovely thing to say, baby steps. Thank you for that. I think so too. I mean, there's a reason that it came up. There's a reason that I'm not brushing it off. Like, for instance, last night, thank you for your super chat, baby steps. Here's the thing. When I ended my stream last night, it really got me thinking about this. And I thought, well, I just cuss. That's who I am. I cuss. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I will always cuss. That to a degree is probably true only because I'm mindful of it and sometimes I enjoy it, to be honest. Sometimes it's like it's the cherry on top. It's like it's something I needed to say, right? Guys, I got to talk to Huxley. Hold on. Okay. I'm asking him about the heater. But then I got to thinking about it. And I was like, well, I really want to be somebody who helps people. I want to what? I okay, that's fine. I want to be somebody who helps people. I want to be somebody who people can feel safe around, like we talked about last night. Hey, Trisha Kelly. And I just wonder, I wonder if that is a good route, if that's a good direction, if I'm super, super heavy on the cussing. And I get what you're saying there, Robin W. It's also a mixed bag. Some people really love you, Wendy R. Some people really are for it. It's also very modern in our society. It's like tattoos. Like that's no longer, unless you're my parents, like tattoos are a thing. Listrix, I try to remember that God is always with me and listening. I don't want to say or do anything that would make him to be disappointed in me as his child. Well, you are somebody who I consider a very follower of the Bible. And I admire that very much. And I had no doubt that you would say something like that to me. I haven't read the Bible. We have to keep that in mind. I love God. I love my relationship with God. I love learning about Jesus as much as I can without reading the Bible, which I need to really get into. I need to start doing that, right? If I'm going to talk the talk, I need to walk the walk. I want to know more about him. I want to know those stories. So, Liz, I appreciate you saying that. I had no doubt about that. I believe that 100%. And I think that you set a good example because of that. And thank you for your super chat. Joanne, I love God and I believe in God and I treat people to the best I am able. But to think anyone can follow every word of the Bible, it's just not reasonable to expect you can only do your best. You can do and live your best life. I 100% agree with this. And I don't think, even though I haven't read the Bible, I don't think it's there for us to, I don't feel like it's written with the expectation that we're going to be perfect like Christ. I believe, I'm guessing, right, from everything I'm piecing together without reading the Bible. Love you, Stella. I believe that it's something we're supposed to strive for, but I also know that God gave us free will. And I think God is well aware that his children are not going to follow every single thing. We are not going to be Christ. I think it's to be Christ-like. I believe 100% everybody sins in some form or another, 100%. And I wouldn't even shame them for it. It's human. I'm guessing that's human, right? Thank you, Joanne. That's a beautiful point, and I appreciate your super chat. Cussing some isn't a big issue. It's fine tuning. It will come. Baby steps. That's what I'm striving for. So I'm really right now into setting, hey, P. Taylor, I'm really into setting goals. I've never really done that before, and so it makes things more realistic for me to go, "Let me specifically be mindful and set a goal of that." I would like to move to Ecuador by the end of spring next year. Who knows? Who knows if I'm gonna have the financial ability to do that, but I still like to put it there. It's like putting it in writing so that you can strive for it. It's like I also wanna improve my diet. I should write that down, right? Like make a goal and be present and mindful of it every day. So I agree with this. Cussing some isn't a big issue. It's fine tuning. Baby steps, I appreciate that. Thank you for your super chat again, baby steps. I've known crass people to be truly good and pious. What does that word mean? To be evil. Pious? Is that a person? Thank you, Puka Vista. Thank you for being a member. I don't think there's any. I have tons of people who are friends that cuss all the time. And then I have people who are very close friends like Liz and Abigail that don't cuss at all. Baby steps doesn't cuss, right? So I've got both and I love both. Do you think step one into Christian thinking is to read your Bible? Probably, but I don't know that I would call me a Christian, right? Like I want to be Christ-like, but what does that entail? I haven't read the Bible. So I don't know what time arc that I would even be able to tell you what step one is into being a Christian. That seems a little presumptuous of me, to be honest, to tell you what I think a Christian is. I could tell you what a Scientologist is. I don't know that I could say, like, it's not very Christian of you. I don't know. I mean, if you're going around like beating people or poisoning people, that's just not very human. And you're a terrible person, right? But I don't know that I would presume what a Christian is. Did I get super behind? Yes, I did. No, no, I'm okay. Tracy, we haven't as much. Pious means devout. Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was a person. Okay. My grandma told me once that people shouldn't try to be godlike, but Christ-like, as he was human like us, but chose to do good. Yeah, that's nice. I wouldn't think people would want to be godlike. You couldn't be godlike. You're not a god, right? Reese, it's believing in God without the proof of his existence. You feel it. It's just there. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I 100% feel it. And I'm not wondering about it. I'm sure of it. It's a sure thing for me. Reading the Bible is not step one. Step one is to have faith as big as a mustard seed. Interesting. I like that. Tommy has talked to me about that before, Time Mark. I am not perfect. I do cuss sometimes, but regret it after, my friend. See, Liz, I couldn't see that about you. But the thing is like, I'm not going to judge anybody because of that. That's like the last thing I would judge someone on. I think if we're making small efforts every single day, I have so many flaws. Thank you, Honey Lou. I have so many flaws. I have so much that I have to unpack from my Scientology indoctrination that I am the last person who is going to hold anybody else accountable or judge, right? The only thing I'm going to judge someone on is coming over and leaving a comment or coming, again, they wouldn't say it to my face, but saying something like that about my kid, hey, Don Davies, or about my finances you know nothing about, you're just going to get called out on that because it's a really loser thing to assumption. God knows our hearts. Absolutely. Absolutely, Denise. Susan Cook, thank you for the super sticker, babe. I love you. Thank you, Susan. Christians don't claim to be perfect. If they do, they're not actual Christians. Yeah, Buffy, and we've gone down that road before. I just think I have so many things that are flaws in me from my training in Scientology that like I'm well aware of it, and I think I overlooked the cussing thing. There's so many things though that I want to be different about, that I want to strive to be, but I can't do it overnight, and I can't do it instant because then I look like a fake, and you'll know it. You'll know it. Like I'm going to cuss if I cuss. If it slips out, it slips out. But it is something I'd like to strive more toward, to do less, right? It's just polishing myself up a little bit, but we enjoy it. It's kind of like the sex talk. I like talking about sex. I like normalizing it. It's not dirty. It's not trashy. I get so many people reaching out to me going, I grew up not being able to talk about that subject. Thank you for bringing it up. It's made my relationship with my husband better, or it's normalized things more between me and my children. I think talking about sex is very important. But again, I think I've cleaned that up massively, and I don't just loosey goosey it anymore. And I don't get too trashy about it. And so I think that there's room for improvement, but I also don't want to be super straight laced. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I love God. I love the idea of the story of Christ and what I learned in that stream we did, but I'm not going to go overboard and pretend to be somebody I'm not. Right. And right now, in this moment, I'm doing the best I possibly can. I'm trying to balance a lot of things, a lot of things. It's not just me. I'm a mother, I'm a single mom. So I also have to try to set a good example for him, right? And not cussing would be huge to set that example. I really don't cuss much around Huxley, but I do cuss around him. I absolutely have. But it's like, why not try to clean that up? Clean up your mouth a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it. I would rather not cuss than cuss all the time. I don't like the opposite of people who cuss all the time. It's like every other sentence has the F word in it. I'm like, can you, like, that's not communicating well to me. And like, it's just trashy. The word I think of is trashy. Maybe you need to evaluate when it is you are cussing and when you aren't. Is it something you turn on and off? Are you doing it intentionally? No. And so if you guys who watch me regularly, Vicky C, when I do start cussing a lot on a stream, I always say it. I go, I'm sorry I'm cussing so much tonight. I'm like really passionate about this subject, or I'm on my period, or whatever it is. If I'm in a lot of pain, I notice there is a pattern to when I cuss. It's usually if it's something I'm talking about that had to do with my childhood and Scientology, and I get really like fired up about it, I cuss more. Yes. There's definitely, I notice times when I do it. P. Taylor, I love the wisdom that this chat has about God. I end up learning a lot. Me too. Big time. I want to do another God stream. I really do. Thank you for being a member. But Reese, you've come so far. And so, hey, Gogo the Greek. So listen to this. This is what a friend said to me today, and I loved it. This is exactly what she said. There has to be something, some kind of acceptance for where you're at and where you've been. And I thought that was such a beautiful thing to say that applies universally. You can take that sentence and apply it to whatever situation you are feeling right now. There has to be some kind of acceptance for where you're at, and where you've been. So I love how she said, Heather Carr said, you've come so far. I have. And that's why I'm not beating myself up. I used to say, I hope that person dies. I hope that person goes to hell. I hope that person falls down a flight of stairs and should be thrown flying out of a helicopter, right? Like, yes, it's fun. It's funny to say it in the moment, but I don't feel that way anymore. I don't hope somebody goes to hell. That's way above what I should be saying anyway. That's not up to me, and that's extremely judgmental. My biggest haters, they're already losing. I don't have to hope anything on them, right? People who are that miserable in life, I don't need to wish anything on them. I wish them the best. Quite honestly, I say this all the time. This is my new thought for all the haters, all the people who are so miserable that they have to take others down with them. You know what I say all the time to God? I hope they find the light. I hope they find the light. I was in the dark myself, and I know what it's like to be in the dark, and I hope they find the light. I hope that for them. I pray that for them. That's the best I can do. I do not wish harm on people anymore. I do not follow those Scientology ways of, well, hopefully they'll pull something really bad in. Hopefully something really bad will happen to them. No, I don't feel that way anymore. So I have come a long way. I have come a long way, right? Baby steps. The first step to being a Christian is to accept Christ's gift of paying for our sins and accepting him as Lord and Savior. That's beautiful. It can happen quickly for some and a longer journey for some. I am struggling with that. I understand it, but I need to do a stream on this, and we're not going to do it today because I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. I'm struggling with thank you for that super chat, and that was a beautiful message. Well, I'm so glad yesterday's stream hit you hard. I'm struggling with the he died for our sins part. And like he went to hell for us kind of a thing. And like the dying for all the sins of the world. I would love to do a stream on that because I don't, hey, Barbara, wait, I don't feel like I'm 100% understanding of that concept. I understand why the our Lord sacrificed his only son to come here and teach us. He taught us how to be Christ-like. He taught us to be like him. But I need to understand the sins part that he took on all of our sins. That part I need help with, and I'd like to do a stream on it if you guys are up for it. Yeah, Robin W, it's still okay. I think you use curse words or emphasis, and usually when there is emotion behind it, you have never peppered your speech with swearing, Reese. Yeah, I really don't like over cussing. But then sometimes I'll get to the end of stream and I'm like, I cussed a lot tonight. It's trashy. I consider myself trashy when I do. I don't like it. I don't like every other word being like F this and F off into the forever and fuck that person. Like, I don't like all of that. I don't love all of that. Sometimes I respond to these things on the defense because I've been so wounded by churchgoers in the past. I'm working on myself. I'm a believer, but not religious. And I love that about you. I love that about you. Thank you, Ty Mark. I have no idea about what happened to Jesus after he died. I don't know. All of you are saying he didn't go to hell. Lisa Carlson says, I don't think he went to hell. I don't want to get into this today. I want to do it on a specific stream because I don't want to offend people who are here tonight. Like, I want to label it that stream so that people can choose not to come. I don't want to make people uncomfortable with this. I like that a lot. Swearing doesn't bother me unless it's used to wound. It's very based on what you think. It's a subjective thing. It's a subjective thing. It is. Swearing what you're, hey, my God. Wow. Traveling bee. I haven't seen you in so long. I hope that you're doing well. It's really nice to see you, Traveling bee. Wow. Welcome in. It takes time, Reese. God will open your eyes to what he wants you to change. That, I believe, has happened to me thus far. Angel K. Absolutely. All I'm saying, this is just one more drop in the bucket of things that I'm considering that I'm like, would I be a better person in my eyes? I'm not asking in your eyes. In my eyes, would I feel better if I were to at least try to curb that? Try to not do it so much. Yeah, I think I would. So I also think, though, that I would be better and healthier if I didn't eat so many carbs or sugar. But I'm not doing well with that either. So it's just like little things I'm trying to be mindful of. Like, I want to put good things into my body. I don't like feeling like crap after I eat. I don't like a major rush in my sugars or a major crash in my sugars. I don't like that feeling of any of that. And I'm continue to violate it by eating sugar, right? I have a problem with that. I continue to do something I know I shouldn't do. The same thing goes with what comes out of my mouth. I'm way better because I will say, like, I don't want to wish harm on that person. Would you be a better person? Only you can answer that. I love that, Rachel, and it's so true. So true. Thank you, Tashbits. Yeah, only if it makes you feel better. If it doesn't feel good, then don't do it. I agree with that because Robin W, we've made it this far doing what we feel is right? At this point, Robin W, we are doing what's best for us. But I also want to do what's best as an example as a mother. I also want to do what's best as an example for a crowd of people that watch me. I don't want to be inconsiderate. Ewa says, when are you going to have a, hey, Joel Sachs, when are you going to have a show talking about this? When do you guys want to do a show talking about it? If it would help your self-worth that you're working on, then go for it. Yes, everything should be what you think is proper and correct. Don't ever do anything because you're like, well, this person said I should, or this group of people thinks I should, or my mother would be disappointed if I don't. No, everything should be because it's what's best for you. What's best for me is to be less harmful to myself and to my body, but also I want to set a good example and I really want to help people. I'm interested in helping people and inspiring people and doing content that makes people feel good, that makes them want to do better themselves, that gives them that little push of motivation. I love that kind of content. That's why I love Mel Robbins. That's why I only listen to, I don't really watch YouTube, but I listen to reels of people who are inspirational to me, motivational speakers. I don't go listen to like drama and who said what. And I don't listen to any of that stuff. I only listen to people who are like, this is what worked for me and this is what will set you free, kind of a thing. I don't care about gossip, right? Um, yeah, Angel K, I agree. Thank you, Yadira. And with cutting back on the sugar and carbs, try filling up on more nutritious foods first. Curbs the craving if you're less hungry. Yeah, and also, Sophia, I have to increase my Susie, well, welcome and happy birthday to you very much. I remember telling you happy birthday. Sophia, I'm on the wrong dosage of my diabetes medication. That's not helping too. So I'm waiting. I cannot get approval from the pharmacy to get the new dosage till November 26th. So I can't go on it until then, but that's also part of my problem. Um, would you stop yourself from talking about Tommy on a stream, even if it offends people? I'm assuming the answer is no. So why stop yourself from talking about God? That's a good point. Um, I don't think that I do stop myself from talking about God. I just want to do an entire stream dedicated to it, time mark. So it's just different. I talk about God. I talk about God. I don't want to overdo it, but I want to do an entire stream like we did before. That's my point. All of what you are being led to is godly. Baby steps, that is such a lovely thing to say. That's a beautiful thing to say. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. And that's a beautiful message. Barbara, wait, I used to swear like a sailor, but when I found myself surrounded by people I admire, I realized they rarely swore. Made me reevaluate. So that's another thing. You are the company you keep. You are the company that you keep. And I believe that. And I don't keep a very big group of company of people anymore. Um, Tommy doesn't hardly swear at all. He doesn't swear on his channel at all. Sometimes he'll swear when he and I are just talking, but it's actually pretty rare. And my mom sometimes, my stepdad never swears. Um, I guess it's just as I go into my 40s, as I get older, I don't really want to go around saying fuck, 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 fuck. It feels classless to me. I feel like I have a kid that I'm trying to raise that I want to set a good example for. And I don't really think it's necessary. Thank you, Lisa Kelson. I don't think it's necessary. I like the idea of punching something with a curse word if I need to. I'll never not do that because sometimes you just need it, right? Love you, Rhonda McNeil. Happy early birthday tomorrow. If your mind is on Tommy, please always feel free to talk about him. The same with God. If it's on your mind, there's a reason for it. Talk about it. Oh, I agree with that 100%. Hey, Nicole Hazel Miller, absolutely, just Joan. And I do talk about Tommy if my mind is on him. I was just encouraging you to not stop yourself because of the concern about it offending people. Wasn't trying to argue with you. Oh, I didn't take it that way. Absolutely. I think you were trying to be helpful. We're all on a journey. We were all raised differently. No one has the same experience. Even in those raised together, it's cool to change your mind and change it back again. I love that. You just made me think of something. The dude from Nazareth that passed away recently, was that the guy? What guy? Reese, I love you to pieces, but I'm going to hop off and visit with Johnny. I love you, just Joan. Thank you for being here and tell him hello. Okay, baby steps. This girl, I love this girl. I don't know who she is, but Robin, you just said something that made me think of it. Ooh, I sent myself some good recipes that I can't wait to try. This chick, I love her.
Hey, try this out. I don't want that anymore, actually. Good. Good. You can evolve whenever you want. Hey, try this out. I don't want that anymore, actually. Good. Good. You can evolve whenever you want. Hey.
Love that. Love that for all of us. One, you're never in trouble. Two, you can change your mind whenever you want. And I love how people um like when I change my mind. Hey, Linda, I'm so glad you're here. I was asking if you were here. You super chatted me yesterday and I missed it. And I just wanted to apologize to you and tell you thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Linda, and I hope you're feeling better. You're never in trouble, but I love changing my mind about something. And I do, Ewa. Abigail sent me one. And I love when haters, they've said this in the past. I don't know if they do now because I don't know now what they say. But haters are like, oh, you're inconsistent. You didn't say that before. Yeah, because you know what? Again, you don't need an explanation. You can change your mind whenever you want. You can change your mind. You can evolve anytime you want. You can not cuss after today if you want. You can do anything you want. You're not in trouble. You can do anything you truly want. As long as you're not breaking the law, you're not hurting anybody else or hurting an animal. You can change. You can do anything you want. I think that's beautiful. The guy who your mom dated, the guy who passed was Don. I'll have to ask her who she boned. I think she just boned him. I don't think she dated him. Worked in corrections for years and didn't curse unless there was a serious need to get the inmates' attention. I like that. They've never been inconsistent or changed their mind. Not right. I'm such a dummy. I just noticed the necklace. Thank you, Timark. Yeah, you asked about it. This is what Liz Trix bought for me. It's very heavy. It's extremely heavy turquoise. I love the cross. Reese, I also think that watching The Passion of the Christ would be a great movie for you. It's really heavy. I'm scared to watch it. Hey, Wendy Brewer, I don't know if I'm ready. I think it's going to rock my world. I think it would be a good thing, but I'm scared to watch it. I think it's going to make me very emotional, and I don't know that I'm ready to watch it. But I agree with you, and I think there's going to be a time. A lot of those haters used to sing your praises too. Makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. Like they are not wishy-washy. Yeah, time mark, I get it. Everybody's saying it's really heavy, super emotional. It's a rough movie. I just I don't know that I'm ready to do that. When I watch it, I might want to watch it with Tommy. I don't know that I want to watch it alone. I don't even know if he's seen it. If he hasn't seen it, he probably couldn't watch it because he has a hard time watching newer movies because it does something with his brain thing and he gets migraines. It will make you very emotional. We saw it in the theater when it came out. I agree. You are not ready for it yet. Okay. Don't start with the heavy stuff. Ease into it. Respect how you feel about things. You will know when. Can I ask why you say you're not ready? Because of what everybody just said, Time Mark. It's extremely heavy. And I don't love bringing on the idea of really, really, really emotional stuff. I don't know that I have to get myself worked up and in a mood to watch something that's going to tear me apart, make me cry, and will take me days and days probably to work through and process it. That's something I have to prepare myself for. I wouldn't until you're ready, Reese. It's rough. I cried for days. Yep, there you go. That's my point. I don't know that I'd have to get myself in the right frame of mind for that. And I just don't know that I'm there. And I like what Sophia said. Don't start with the heavy stuff, kind of work up to it. But Reese, even with what we've said, only you truly will know when you're ready. Yeah. Yeah. Don't watch it on your period. Good point. Yeah, that's great advice. I've been in the church my entire life, and that movie makes me cry every year. You are not ready yet, Patty says. That movie makes me feel unworthy. It's tough. Alicia, where have you been? I love you, and I've missed you. Happy to see you. Great movie, but it's not for everyone, says Lumen. So, Timark, the crowd just saying all of this. West Coast Fancy Nancy says, take your time. One of the most moving movies I've ever seen, heart-wrenching. Wendy Brewer, we're talking about the Passion of the Christ. I just don't feel ready. I think that's not, and I like that, Nancy, not a requirement to be a believer. I love that you just said that. Nancy, that hit me. Not a requirement to be a believer. I don't think that there are a lot of requirements to be a believer. I think that if you believe in God, if you believe in Jesus, I haven't read the Bible and I'm a believer. And I have no doubt that I have a relationship with God and his son. And I don't feel judged because I haven't seen a movie or because I haven't read the Bible. So I appreciate you saying that. Not to offend, but maybe start with Veggie Tales. Deborah Ricci, that's not offensive. There are a lot of movies that show the story of Christ without that level of trauma. So there was a movie that Jeff had me watch. It was like 10 hours long. Jesus of Nazareth. This was when I first met him. It did not hardly make any sense to me and it was so long. But I bawled through it. Like I heavily cried through that movie and I couldn't watch it again. It was really hard for me. My family and friends never cuss. And when I had just moved here and working in a cafe, I made a cake, and the customer who came to collect it was so happy and praising me for the F word in between every word. I was so confused. Yeah, you're not a cusser, Armine, and I love that about you. What a weird, that is weird. I would feel confused as well. Thank you for being a member, Armine. I absolutely love you. You're new to Christianity, and those who grew up with it are going to take it better than a newbie because it's very different if a devout Christian tells the story. Yeah, I could see that. Baby Steps, I agree with Nancy. I have not seen it. Too heavy. I get that, Baby Steps. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for your super chat. Try the movie Risen, gives you a different perspective, says Liz Tricks. Okay. I haven't read the Bible either, says Joanne. Hey, oh, Susanna. Try watching the Chosen series, eases you into it. Nice. You know, a lot of people have talked about that. I will try that. Thank you, oh, Susanna. Thank you for the super chat. Will you guys hit subscribe while you're in here, please? So many past believers did not have the written word. God wrote the faith on their hearts. I love that. No, Wendy Brewer, I haven't checked it yet. I very rarely get on Messenger. Glad you're doing well. Have a good evening. Love you. Thank you, Traveling Bee, for coming in. I'm so glad that I got to see you. I highly recommend watching The Chosen. Okay, Meredith Lynn. Thank you. Thank you, babe. I love you. Oh no, anything Jeff had you watch, I would decline. Yeah. It wasn't terrible. It was just incredibly sad. And I wasn't ready for it. I was not ready for something like that. It hit me really hard and I was just not prepared. And also not prepared because I didn't understand. Like I didn't understand any of that. I didn't understand the story. I didn't understand the outline of it, the moral of it. Like it was just foreign to me. But the part where Jesus died, the part where they were killing animals, I remember those two specific parts. I was bawling. The part where Jesus was taken to be killed, to be crucified, I was absolutely inconsolable. I was bawling. It was hard for me to watch that. And I think that for those reasons, the Passion of the Christ is probably not something I could handle right now. He did not set you up for success with that, Rachel. No question. I agree with that. Yeah. Patty, I wasn't open to it yet. Yeah. So when do you guys, speaking of this talk, Kat, we love you, girl. Yeah, Heather. When do you guys want to do that stream? Because I would really like to do a stream where I get to ask my questions again, just about God and just some things that are on my mind. I love that movie, Lumen. Bruce Almighty is a great movie. Are there any people out there that went from Scientology to Christianity? Maybe you need to unlearn Scientology methods to be comfortable with Christianity. Not that I'm aware of, Timark. Are you? Do you know? Does anybody know of any ex-Scientologists that converted to Christianity? Hey, Don Clark. Not that I'm aware of. To be fair, I don't watch any ex-Scientologists with a YouTube channel, but not all ex-Scientologists have YouTube channels. So I don't know. Absolutely, Linda wants prayers for an upcoming surgery. Yes, definitely coming your way. It's okay. Love you, Lisa Kelson. Amy Scobie. Yes. I did hear about Amy Scobie. I take that back. I knew about that. I don't know anything about Joy Villa. Was she a born-in Scientologist? Not that it matters. I just wondered if she was born into Scientology. Definitely Amy Scobie. I don't know her. She seems like a really nice gal, but I've never met her before. Is she still on the board of the Aftermath? Leah Remini's sister. Interesting. Okay, okay. There are some that converted. You are the only ex-Scientologist that I know who, yeah, okay. Okay. You know, it wouldn't be so bad to have a conversation with someone who converted. That would be an interesting conversation. She is on the board. Okay, good for her. That's great. That's really good. I'm happy for those guys. Amy Scobie. Yeah, I forgot about her. Joy joined Scientology as an adult. Okay, I wondered about that. I wondered if she had been born in or if she was joined later. I'm on board with the stream since Fridays tend to be hit or miss. What is today? Monday? Yes. Let's do it. The last time we did it on a Wednesday. Would you guys be up for doing it Wednesday? This coming Wednesday, 2 days from now? The sister who had the same dad as her. So is Leah Remini converted to a Christian? Does anybody know the answer to that? I have a lot of customers from Kansas, and I wonder if they are a Scientologist. Interesting, Angel. Can we do 12 or 1 Pacific Standard Time? Rachel, that is like 2 or 3 hours earlier than my current time. So that would be like 9 or 10 in the morning. And I have my other job. I couldn't do that. No, Leah is Catholic. Okay. Okay. I didn't know that. I don't follow any of these guys. I'm supportive because they were Scientologists and they've been through the ringer, but I don't follow any of them. I don't watch any of their channels or read their books. Or you could talk to an atheist who was converted as well. That's true too, Liz. Doesn't have to be an ex-Scientologist. That's a great idea. We should find someone to have a conversation with about that. Thank you, Time Mark. Yeah, that's 3 hours behind me. I couldn't do that. I think Leah went back to Catholicism. Okay. I could do it earlier on Wednesday. I could do it if you guys want me to. I could do it like around 2 or 3 o'clock my time. But otherwise I could not. Leah went back to Catholicism. Good for her. I had no idea. I find her very interesting, Leah Remini. Time Mark, no, Pacific time is really Barbara Waite. Yes, that's right. No, Barbara Waite, you got it right. Time Mark, you got it right. I could do it at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. You guys want to do that? Let's do it. I'll mark it down for 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Okay, Liz Tricks. Interesting, Patty. I love that. Okay, Robin, it's a date. So I will make sure and put it in the title for those like people who are here right now. For those who don't want to join that conversation, I will make it very clear in the title because I don't want to be offensive to anyone who doesn't want to have that kind of a discussion. I totally understand. That's why I will make it specific to that. But I do hope to see you guys there. I loved, that's probably the last one we had, when was that, Liz? A couple months ago. That's my favorite stream I've ever done. And I have a lot of favorite streams, but that was my favorite stream I'd ever done, was the one about talking about God and just questions about God and learning about Jesus. I will never forget it. I will never forget all of you that were there with me in real time. That was a absolute mind blower of a stream. Like all of you who helped me. Yeah, Patty, all of you who helped me that day. I remember just like the chat was going crazy and I really didn't have high hopes for it. I thought, oh, this is going to be a disaster. Like I really was kind of thinking this is not a good idea. It's almost like politics. Like everybody feels so strongly about where they stand and we're bringing this into the light. I was very worried about it and it was absolutely perfection for me. I loved it so much. I think about it all the time, and I think about all the people that were here with me. I'm going to do it at 3 dark roast. It was life-changing. It was. It changed my life. It was incredible. I'll bring the Bible language, normal language translator. Okay. I'm no theological expert, but I'm happy to help where I can. Jamie Palmer, great. Everybody was respectful. Yes. Hey, no one, Patty, everybody was respectful. And that was just, it was almost unbelievable for me. I couldn't believe it. It exceeded so many of my expectations. I really thought it was going to be a poor show. And it was fantastic. And it was so enlightening. I learned so much. I felt so much closer to God after that show. I felt more faith in humanity after that show. There were so many things that really shifted in my world from doing that stream. Let's hope that it's the same outcome 2 days from now. It was very uplifting, Shelly Kelly. It really was. So I'm going to hop off. I want you guys to hit subscribe, please. It's very important to me these days. I say that at the end of every stream. What will the topic be? I want to write down scriptures. Buffy, the topic will be talking about God and Jesus and my questions. I don't really have anything more specific than that. Me too, Patty. Okay, Wendy, that's okay. We understand. It was Honey Lou. Just please hit subscribe. Linda, again, I'm sorry I missed your super chat yesterday. Thank you, Rachel. Hey, Marty Jewel. Thank you. I'm a big lover of turquoise. Hit subscribe. Thank you for the super chats today. I'm always grateful for the super chats. I appreciate that so much. It helps Huxley and I. Thank you for being a member. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you, Ty Mark, for being here. Love you guys. Don Pariso, prayers your way, girl. And just know, crazy things can happen. Amazing things can happen, Don. Thank you, Angel K. I love you too, Jamie Palmer. I'm going to go find something to eat. I gave Mom the rest of my spaghetti that I made. So love you, Joanne Hawley. I'm going to go see what we have. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. We're very grateful for everybody who has served our country. That's for sure, Eric. I love Veterans Day. It makes me think of Fred. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon, probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. And again, thank you for your time, Armine. I appreciate that too. Let's just do it. Got it. I agree with that, Joel Sachs, and it would be an honor to have you there, but don't push yourself to do something you don't want to do. I love you guys. Thank you, Sophia, and I will see everybody tomorrow afternoon. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with me tonight. Here comes Fred.